So basically, thanks for coming on. And obviously, like I said to Victoria, we've got loads of good speakers over the weekend. But from my point of view, I think it's very important for people to see people like yourself who's started the journey that they're maybe wanting to go down, and pick tips up from you really, because like someone like me, I've been training 27 years, so I'm probably not the best person to give a new starter tips. Obviously, I can, but for me, someone who's been along that journey recently is in a better position to give advice. So, up until you came into extreme, what sort of stuff had you done, exercise-wise, nutrition-wise, before that?
Um, Not a lot right up until when I started. When I was younger, I used to swim.
Yeah,
I was really into my training when it came to swimming and stuff. And then obviously I hit teenage years and that kind of fell by the by. That just didn't happen anymore. So when I came to extreme, it was literally like starting again. There was nothing. There was no background. There was no, oh well, I do this. There was nothing. It was brand spanking new, basically.
yeah, and
So
and I think like you hear a lot of swimmers who sort of get to them teenage years and sack it off, and it's one of them things where it's quite a dedicated sport, isn't it? And you're there all the time. You're in the pool, you're burning all them calories, you're active, and then you get to your teenage years and you start drinking with your friends, going out a little bit more, so you're adding all these calories in, and you take away all the calorie burnout. And I see so many hitting that 18, 20 sort of range, and that's when it spirals, because everybody wants to be a social butterfly as well, don't they? They want to be out. They don't want to miss
yeah,
anything. I had my daughter living with us. She got to like 18 to 20 range, and she sort of like started struggling. Exact same crack. She was quite active, and then driving, so they're not walking anywhere. Out
yeah,
all,
exactly.
and I moved her in. I made her all the lean meals, so all she had to do was wake up, eat food, go to bed, and then she would message me and, "Oh, Dad, I'm just down Weatherspoons." It's like Tuesday night, sat in there, so calorie controlled all the food, and then she went and smashed loads of drink. So it's a hard age, and even if you really want to try, and it's just dead hard. I think that sort of age.
Exactly. Yeah, big
And then
commitment.
obviously you've got a kid as well.
Yeah.
How old she?
She's coming up 7.
Yeah. So and you add that into the mix. Who's got time when you've got kids as well?
Yeah.
But I know she's quite keen on working out and stuff now as well, isn't she? So
Oh, yeah. She
yeah,
loves weights. She loves that little kettlebell.
yeah. And I think that's really good as well. And what I find with a lot of parents, the kids are really proud of them, and like the mums and dads are going to the gym. They think it's cool, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, and they're very supportive kids of parents going to the gym and stuff. And I think that's why we try and have like the little mini strongman competitions, the Halloween
Oh, yeah, definitely.
parties and stuff like that. Because I think if the kids are coming in, then it's their gym as well, so they don't
Yeah.
mind mum and dad coming to the gym and leaving them for a little bit. So, why did you? Where did you hear about Extreme, and why did you sort of join up? Have you disappeared? Are you
Hello?
back? Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, sorry.
So, did you hear me? No,
No, sorry, I got to the Halloween party and that was it.
right, that's fine. So, where did you hear about Extreme, and what made you come in and sign up?
So I was friends with somebody on Facebook who mentioned it. So I started having a look through all the different posts and things that you'd posted about various leans before.
Yeah,
And then I seen somebody's pictures who had done the 8-week lean and she'd had an absolutely amazing transformation. I just couldn't believe it was literally within 8 weeks.
yeah,
So I'd thought about it, and then I had a bit of a disagreement with somebody when I was on holiday.
yeah,
we'll just skip over the finer details of that one, where certain things were said, and it was kind of like a kick up the arse to sort of say, yeah, you need to do something. It's sort of spiraling out of control. If you don't start it, basically, it's just not going to be good, sort of thing. Because there was quite a lot of drink at that time, and there was not many good food choices at all, sort of thing. So I came back off holiday and literally signed up the next day, and that was it. I literally have never looked back. It's just
And
that.
how long? Like I like obviously we've been open 8 year in October, and I'll often have people message the page and say, "Oh, hi Lee, I've been watching your page and wanting to do this for like 7 years, but I've only just want I'm only just going to start doing it now." How sort of long thinking process of joining was it?
Well, I started in the August September of 2018.
Yeah.
And it was probably the start of that year, I think, because my little girl was getting to the active stage, and I couldn't keep. I would no, it just wasn't working.
She's non-stop, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is. But no, it was probably around about the start of 2018 when I started thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, that the holiday happened, and then and then it was the next day. So.
And and I see so many. It's a big choice. It's a big decision, isn't it? And I see so many people taking, like, people don't make that choice in a day or a week. It's always watching the page for like months, sometimes even years, because, like I keep saying, it's a scary sort of choice to start at the gym, especially if you've never been to a gym, or you haven't been to a gym for a long time.
Yeah, it is.
It's the unknown, isn't it? And sometimes the unknown's worse than actually walking in. So do you remember how you felt when you walked in?
I was terrified. I was absolutely shitting my pants. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I sat in the car park because I had my induction with Owen.
Yeah.
And I'd booked in, and I said, can we do it at a quiet time, where there's like minimal people?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's fine. Come at such and such. So I got there and I sat. I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to the gym before. I didn't know what kind of people were there, because obviously, like, you think of a gym and you just think meatheads and and loads of idiots. It's just like, oh, I'm pumping iron, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's nothing like that at all. Honestly, it was polar opposite, complete polar opposite. It was, as soon as I walked in and I got over the initial fear, I thought, oh, wow, it's nothing like what I imagined. And then I started speaking to Owen, had my induction. It was, and that was it. That was me.
You felt quite relaxed right after that.
Yeah, definitely. And there was nobody, like, I don't know if it's the same as for everybody, but I kind of had the impression that I would be judged, because obviously I was the bigger kind of person. I was like, oh, what's she doing? She's not going to, do anything. And she's too big to be here, sort of thing. But no, it was absolutely nothing like it. Was all friendly smiles and like supportive, and everyone was willing. Hiya, you all right? Do you need any help? And oh, it was, yeah.
And I think with Extreme, probably 80% of our members have started from nothing, and we're their first gym. So I think everybody knows what people's going through, and they're all really nice. And I think if somebody sees somebody struggling, they'll come over and say, "Oh, have you tried this? Will you do?" And they're nice about it, not just like grab it off. Yeah, do that wrong. So yeah, and when I opened, I had a list of, like, I'm a meathead, but I'm a friendly meathead. Like, I had a list of meatheads who I definitely didn't want in that gym, and obviously we had the big dumbbells and we had everything there that was sort of maybe going to entice these meatheads in. And I had a list of people that I wasn't going to let in. I remember sat that first week shitting myself, because these were like big drug dealers and lunatics, and I've sat with this list and I'm thinking, please don't walk in. And to be honest, I think because I made it that nice, none of them come. Not like they didn't even come in for a so I was quite pleased. And fortunately for me, I think it doesn't matter what the building is. It doesn't matter what equipment you've got in there. It's the people that make it. And
Definitely. Yeah.
fortunately for me, it seemed to attract just nice people. I think 8 year in October of being open, there's probably 2 people that I've had in there as members when I'm looking and thinking, don't really want you in, but I don't want to be a dickhead and tell you. And
Without you being here, really, but yeah.
yeah, but they sort of realise the cells, know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they stand out like a sore thumb, and I think they realise the cells, and they always end up going to Ted's or Chems. So, and I've banned 3 people out since I've opened. One of them was walking around with his top off all the time, pausing, and like I warned him, and I said, "Look, we've got like 80-year-old women coming in here, and well, some of them might like it, some of them might not like it, and like if you're with your top off, tensing up in the mirrors and stuff, and
yeah,
the old lady walks in, like they're just going to walk right back out." So, and then he said, "Oh, yeah, I'm really sorry." And then when my little brother was working on the desk, he'd done it again. So, like, just taking advantage. So I fired him out. And then there was another lad taking pictures of young lasses on the treadmills, taking pictures of their asses, sending them it, saying nice ass. So,
nice.
Yeah, so obviously he got bad. And then there was another one who was just a gimp. So I think 3 years, like just having to ban 3 people out is pretty decent, really.
Yeah.
But that just shows you the caliber of people that we get in. And I think everything we do, like this event, like how much support have we got in this event from businesses, from people donating, to you guys helping out. And I think that's a sign of how much we help and go above and beyond. Not just for you guys, but for the outside community as well.
Everybody, yeah, definitely.
So I'm chuffed to bits. And it was one of them, it was like setting a target, like that's like, I don't know, like it brings out the vulnerable side in you, because you don't want to be setting it too high. Because like, imagine if I set like a high target of 20 grand and I got 10% of
I know,
target. You just look like Billy No Mates, don't you? And then I'm like, how do I sort of thank people and say we've smashed it if we've just done 10% of the target? But then on the other hand, if you set targets too low and you hit it, people just give up and they stop supporting it. And
it's a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah. So I set 5 grand as like very, very, very optimistic. And at one point, like I didn't have any, like I didn't even have time to eat because I was getting that many donations off businesses and trying to write up posts about them and stuff.
Yeah.
My whole day was just spent by that. So, and especially like given the current climate when everybody's like closed and there's so much uncertainty and people don't know whether they're going to get back open. I think it's been fantastic. So did you join Lean when you first come, or did you just come into the gym?
Yeah, I signed up to the Lean in, I think it would have been the September 2018 Lean. Right. I just went right into it. So yeah, it was that was me from the go, basically.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think all of you started with Lean except Casey. Casey's sort of done Lean a bit later. She's I think she done Slimming World for a little bit when she first come.
Okay. Yeah.
And then she sort of transitioned calorie counting by herself, dropped a bit more, and then she's done a Lean further down the line, I think. But what I sort of find is all you guys, you stick it. Like anyone can get half decent results in 6 weeks, 8 weeks, because we're sort of driven. Everybody knows we're on a diet. We're focused. People are commenting like, "Oh, Jill, you're looking great. You've dropped loads of fat and you look dead healthy. You glow." You get all them comments, and after that, when everything slows down, becomes a bit harder, a bit more of a chore, a lot of people just sack it off and put it all back on. So
Yeah.
we've got, like, it was hard to choose people to come on here because so many years with like a good story. So for you guys to like be on here, like, well done. Like I had like a massive list, and I was like, I would have loved to get everybody on, but we just didn't have enough physical time to slot everybody in because there is, you know yourself, there's so many good stories. And,
yeah, we just did so well.
And I think with having this little online magazine now, we can sort of celebrate the success of everybody as we go on.
Yeah.
And we've got a few other bits and bobs in the pipeline, and it's nice. Like, we're sort of trying to make our members famous, and in return, we get more members coming in because
exactly.
Like, I think everybody wants to be acknowledged for what they've done. Everybody wants to be praised. I think it's human nature. So I love the magazine and I love the stories. And like I said, we got that many different success stories. I'll be able to keep writing them magazines. It's one of them where you could start something, and then within three episodes or something, it's dried up, and it's like, oh shit,
what am I going to do now?
Yeah, but I've got a list of people just sort of and I think everybody's sort of quite unique. They've got their own little stories and that.
Yeah,
so can you remember how much you'd lost on your first lane?
I think it was around £10-12.
Yeah,
I think.
Right. And then, like I said to Victoria, everything just get. How long you been coming now?
It'd be 2 years in September.
Yeah, and how much you lost?
4.5 stone.
Yeah, and like I said to Victoria, it's one of them things where in modern day society, everybody's watching people on Herbalife and Juice Plus, and they're losing a stone in a week, and people start to develop that type of mindset, and everybody wants this fast stuff. In reality, 4.5 stone's awesome, but it's a process. It's 2 years of your time. Honest, this dog is an absolute ball bagger. Get out. Oh, he just wants to. Oh, this is absolute pest. And like, I think the sad thing is a lot of people, like, you've literally worked your ass off for what we've got, and a lot of people just don't want to do that now. And I see a lot of people, like, they love the thought of it. You know what I mean? It's like they'll read your story, and they'll love the thought of doing that. But then it's like, oh, 2 years. And that's what it instantly puts people off, because I think with all the sort of Instagram and that, everybody just wants to look amazing in weeks.
In a week, I was just going to say in a week.
In a week. And like, I've had brides come up to us and, oh, they need to get in shape for my wedding. I was like, oh, fantastic. When's the wedding? It's next week.
Yeah.
And they wanted to lose like 4 stone. And it's like pretty impossible. You could lose 4 stone maybe in 10 weeks, but you're going to have a miserable life. You're going to hate the second of it. You're probably going to balloon up on your honeymoon. So it's like, for me, it's like, look at people like you, Victoria. It's like, it's a journey, and you need to be in that frame of mind to realize that. But, and you've been getting strong now as well, haven't you? You've been doing a lot of like strength stuff and that, which I think is really good. And probably when you first walk through that door, obviously everybody just wants to lose a bit of weight, don't they? When they're first coming in, you probably didn't envisage that you'd be smashing out all these like decent lifts and trying to build your weights up and stuff like that.
Not at all.
And obviously, from a weight loss point of view, the more muscle you've got, the more efficiently you're burning the calories as well.
Yeah.
And I think with women, they think they're just going to look like fellas. As soon as they start lifting a little bit of weight,
Yeah, I've had that comment loads of times.
yeah, and like you see all the women on steroids and that on the internet with like, well, they're miles bigger than me. Like I'd like to like some of them, and but they're taking steroids, and like for a man, I always say to people like, go into the free weights room and ask all them young lads who have got loads of hormones flying through them. They're in the prime, they're fit, they're healthy. Ask them how easy it is to put muscle on. Know what I mean? And
yeah.
They're there day in, day out trying to build it. And for a woman, it's a lot harder because you haven't got all that testosterone in you as well.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's when it becomes harder, when you sort of got 4.5 stone off, and then it's like, right, I'm building my muscle now, and you're building maybe 1/8 of a pound every month. And it's tedious as anything. And anyone who tells you that it's cool, it's awesome, it's very rewarding, they're lying. It's rewarding, but in a year's time when you can actually see what you've been doing.
There's a difference, yeah.
And I think with weight loss, you can achieve that within weeks, whereas building the muscle, changing your shape and stuff, it is a long-term sort of thing. And I've seen some people even do it for like 6 months, maybe even manage 12 months and still a little bit keen. And then when it becomes that hard, they just drop off.
You don't want to know, yeah.
No, and you probably, you guys know, you've been here, you've all done roughly 2 years, everyone who's coming on here. So you're in that sort of zone now where everything's rock hard. And you know yourself on that last photo shoot and that, like, the weight just doesn't come off as easy. No. Everything's a bit harder. But for me, like, I think it's more rewarding. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was going to say that actually. Yeah, that's what I was thinking from the last photo shoot. Yeah, definitely.
And when you go on, like you said, all this fell out, like there was hell on holiday. But once you're sort of getting in shape and that, like, I love going on holiday and getting in shape because you sat around the pool. Doesn't matter what fancy car you've got, what fancy house you've got. All you've got is your body. And you'll see probably some of the people, you can tell the way they speak to the waiters and the staff, that they've got money because they talk like asses. But they're the ones that are worst out of shape because they put everything into business and making money and they just forget about themselves. So I think it's that bit of a balance. What else was I going to ask you? So what's the plans for the future? Where do you want to be? What sort of stuff do you like as well? What do you like about the gym?
Well, as we've just touched on there, it's the strength thing for me now. I'm sort of going into the heavier weights, the muscle building side of things. Like, I would love to say, oh, I've got a weight target. Yeah, I haven't, not at all. I used to have. Yeah, but I got that one. I've smashed that. So for me, the weight thing is, if it gets any less, then that's fine. That's great. If it doesn't, then I'm happy with that because I can feel my body changing in other ways. Yeah. It's not all about the skills at all. It's how you look and how you feel. Yeah. Somebody had posted on the group the other day about weightlifting competition. Yeah. And I kind of post-hopped, and I asked about maybe getting a PT session with Carl to focus on weightlifting and sort of increasing that side of things, which I'm really looking forward to because that's completely different. Like, I do the PT classes now, but I've never had like a specialist one-to-one sort of thing where it's been just purely focused on that side of things. So I'm really looking forward to that when we get back into it.
And like, Carl obviously is a freak of nature, and he can stuff his face in bloody pizzas and kebabs and chocolate cake, and he still looks absolute mega. So it's like I had a crack with them the other day, and I was like, look, you have to show that balance as well. So show them that they can still have a life, they can have a McDonald's and a pizza, but don't just show pizzas and McDonald's. Show us, are you actually eating some real food? And I think he forgets, like, for me, like, having a pizza or something, it's like a bit of a treat. So you put that on, but it's like, for him, he doesn't want to put chicken and rice on because he's thinking, well, no one's asked about that.
Yeah.
But people need to see that 80% of the time he's having like half decent. I think they just think is a garbage disposal thing, and he's just firing all his crap in all day. But he just thinks, well, no one wants to see me eat chicken and rice. But
Yeah.
I think they need to see 80% of the time you're having chicken and rice, but 20% of the time you're treating yourself.
You can have a treat, yeah, exactly.
He is a genetic freak, and he could probably be a pro bodybuilder. He could probably be like strength athlete. He's probably one of them dickheads who could do anything. Ballet. I bet if he tried ballet, it'd be absolutely awesome at it.
So, you should definitely try as a team building exercise to do some ballet.
Oh, like I would enjoy that, I think. It's quite a good idea. That would make a good Instagram story anyway. But even though he's a freak, he knows what he's on about as well. So he showed me. I've got like the workshop from it now, but it's always better in person because he can tell you. But setting you up as an individual, everybody's different, will make all that difference. And just setting me up, he spent half an hour with me. And I was benching 320s on either side. So what's that? 60, 120, 140. And I was doing maybe 5-6 reps with 140 or something. He showed me this new technique, and I bench pressed 220 kilo for one.
There you go, yeah.
Like, it's like 80 kilo more. So it was like 220s more on each side. Yeah. Absolute mental, but it blows your mind when you think about it. Probably glad I didn't think about it too much, but and then, like I always say, like weight loss is a bit easier because you can see it. People are commenting, friends, colleagues. With muscle gain, it's harder to see. So when people start to do muscle gain, just concentrate on them lifts, getting stronger, and that becomes addictive. Then it's like, right, I need to put 2 kilo on my bed, and you only need them little tiny bits every single week, and then in 10 weeks' time, you've added 20 kilo to it. But I think when you start with the strength stuff, just bear in mind your muscles get stronger than your ligaments and your tendons. So it's very, very easy. Your muscles, oh, bloody hell, I've done that. And you'll shock yourself. Then it'll be like, oh, I'll whack another 10 on. But I just put another 1 on and get comfortable, get your ligaments and tendons used to it, and progress. You could probably do it muscle-wise in a week of adding 10 kilo. But if you do 10 kilo over 5 weeks, everything catches up and you're going to injure yourself less. And that's the only worry. Once you start getting stronger and you sort of concentrate on strength, it gets very addictive to like whack 10 kilo on your bench, where the safer option is 2 kilo over 5 weeks. And you still get the same end result, but you're a bit fitter. Your arm's not going to fall off. So I'm excited to see you carry on with that. Obviously, we've got our strong man, strong woman event, which we were meant to have. But I think it was just as we went into lockdown. So obviously, all them events will get moved till next year. So it gives you guys a good chance of putting a plan in place, getting your strength up. And there's quite a lot of the lasses who were up for this now up at the gym. So I think, like last year, we done the strength comps inside, so it was the 3 rep max stuff. And we had a few doing that, but then when it was the strong woman competition outside, there's a few people watching. The sort of, Leo, stop digging. Digging the sofa, like, honest. But when it come to like the strong woman stuff outside, and there's a few people watching, and that, like, the sort of arses fell out a little bit.
Yeah.
But if there's a few years, like, there was only really Beth and Cherie Tubman who had sort of like qualified to do it. Whereas this, we sort of had the winners of each category on the strength and it was like a bit of a qualifier for the strong woman thing. But this time we're going to have it as its own competition. So however many want to go in it, we're going to try and make it like more inclusive. So there'll be maybe like a over 40s category, over 50s category, men, women, under 18s, and then we'll have the kids' little mini competition that I do. And like it'll get more people involved because sometimes, like, it looked quite extreme, didn't it? It was like strongman competition. And everyone's hat fell out, and it was like,
oh my God.
Like, for me, I put stuff on to get the whole gym involved. And even the 3-rep max and the body weight stuff, there was strong people entered, and everyone else looked at who entered and said, I'm not doing
that.
So this time we're going to have loads of different categories. And I've wrote a spreadsheet out to take into account age, sex, weight, and it tweaks. You put your details in, it tweaks the number that you need to lift. Just as a bit of a handicap system. So yeah, it was really good last year. It was a good event. Everybody who done it loved it, but the next one I want more people to do it. But I think with you guys so focused on that type of thing now, I think we'll have a good number to do it, which will be amazing for the gym.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Anything else you want to say about your journey or anything? Or
well, I don't think I couldn't say anything about Argus food. That woman is an absolute queen. Any recipe that she comes up with, and I say like, oh, we'll give it a go. It's beautiful. Everybody who you talk to about like on a diet or on a regime or anything like that, they instantly think it's salad, it's veg, it's this, and it's not. It's absolutely it's real food, and that to me was one of the biggest eye openers ever, because I was in that category. I used to think, right, I'm on a diet, I'm watching what I eat, I've got to go have like 10,000 tons of salad and 10,000 tons of veg and nothing else. Not at all. It isn't. It's understanding your calories, but it's also understanding how you use your calories. So obviously you could have 2 meals of 500 calories, one of which is like, I don't know, a massive bowl of pasta and some cheese, or you've got something such as like your pasta al pollo that Aga does, and it's just understanding the finer details of everything as well. It's all very well going to the gym, but if you're not eating right, you don't stand a chance of it.
And that's a really good point, that, because we've had people start at the gym and they're smashing the training, they're coming in consistent, but without that initial guidance with the nutrition, like you know yourself, like my slides that me and Beth's going to do later, I show people like you can't outwork a bad diet. If your diet's shit, like I know one person who does outwork a bad diet, and they love getting drunk at the weekend. Well, say weekend, it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But he goes cycling for 4 hours every single day, and that allows him to do it. Now, normal people don't really have 4 hours a day to give up exercise. So at some point, your diet has to give. You have to do something with your diet, and a lot of people don't get that. And let's be honest, like if they're eating shit and they start doing the gym, they're initially going to just drop a little bit of weight. They're dropping calories, but at some point it's going to stop, because especially with weights, you're only probably burning maybe 300 calories for a normal, like I've burned 500, 600 an hour, but I'm 18 stone. So, and I've got a lot of muscle, but for a normal size human being, it probably 300 calories in a weight session. You're not burning many. So if they're just coming in and doing weight sessions and they don't like cardio, but then they go home and have a Mars bar, they're only creating a 50 calorie deficit in the workout. So something has to happen with the diet. And I think that's why you guys have done so well, because you've got a good grasp of the diet from day one. And I think it was very disheartening if you go to the gym like 5 days a week and you're not losing any weight, you're not looking any different. And I think exercise progression as well. It's like, I had one poor old lady, she was like 80, 81, 82 or something, and she come in, we'd done her induction. We always put like 5 or 10 kilo on the machines just to show them, because everyone should be able to do 5 or 10 kilo. And she was coming 3 days a week, every single week, absolutely loving it. And then she pulled me to one side, probably about 2 years of coming, and said, "Look, Lee, I haven't really changed since I've come." And I thought, well, obviously 80-something-year-old, so it is a lot harder. You're going to have to push yourself harder. And I thought, there's no way she's going to be pushing herself hard enough to, and if a diet's wrong. And when I sat down with her and we sort of went through what she was doing, she just put the 5 or 10 kilo one that we showed her in the induction, and she just done the same reps for 2 years. So like, your body adapts from that first session that you do. So next time you need to do more reps, more weight, more sets. And I just assumed everybody would know, if it gets easy, just do more. But obviously it doesn't. So now we sort of dumb everything right down, and it's like, look, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, step by step sort of thing.
Yeah, and these videos, I'm going to put them all in a link. And what I'll probably do is, any new starter comes to the gym, I'll drip feed them these, so they can sort of see you guys' journey. They can see what we're talking about, and I think it just builds a bit of confidence up and a bit of knowledge. I think it'd be really good. Right? Did I talk over you there?
No.
I was thinking, I definitely asked her if she had anything else to say, and then I just heard my own voice talking for like 5 minutes. Putting across Agger's meals, and again, anything that you can do that the whole family can eat, which they can because they're all tasty food, it's not alien to anything else. You're all just still eating as a family, which I think is really important. When I do my bodybuilding competitions and I'm making Emma and Sienna one thing, then I'm having like chicken and rice. I just don't think it's it's not good for the relationship and the food experience, the family experience of a night. All our food's just normal stuff: chicken, curries, lasagnas that everybody will enjoy. And like I said on another one, like, the biggest problem when people start lean is the kids nicking the piggy pots, because they like them so much, so they're in the fridge. But it's not a bad thing, is it? If the kids are enjoying healthy, nutritious food, the whole family's benefiting. And then I've had a guy come into the gym a couple of months before we closed, and he come over, he shook my hand. He was like, "Are you Lee?" I was like, "Yeah." And his missus was signing up for Reloaded, which is the one after Lane. And he was like, "I feel like I should be giving you some money." Why? And he said, "I've lost 3 stone just doing what she's doing."
Oh, like he's joining in.
So his missus is like paid for the plan. He's joined in. And before that, he had type 2 diabetes, which he got rid of. The doctor had told him if he didn't do out, he was going to die. So he said, "I feel like I owe you my life and I should be giving you loads of money." And I said, to be honest, if you're telling everybody that, that's better for me anyway. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep telling people. So that's what I like about it. The whole family can sort of join
Definitely.
in. Hopefully, in the 4:00 presentation, me and Beth will give everybody a bit more of an understanding of nutrition and fat loss, simplify it a bit. Right, I've rambled on enough. I hope I've given you a chance to speak. Thanks very much for coming on. And I know it's quite nerve-wracking for you guys. My team's shitting themselves. I got to get pissed last night with a glass of wine. So,
Oh, bless.
you guys, I know it's hard, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Bye.